In today's Stuview TV video, I'm going to be counting down the top 10 lost chocolate bars that you would most like to see come back. Will your favourite be in there? There's only one way to find out. Just before I reveal the first entry in this nostalgic chocolate-filled top 10, here's how these rankings have been determined. To date, I've made 3 lost chocolate videos here on Stuview TV, which in total have gained over 500,000 views and more than 4,000 comments. I've gone through those comments again and noted how many times a particular lost chocolate bar has been mentioned as either being one you would like to see back or as one of your favourites. I've tallied the scores to determine the top 10 lost chocolate bars that you, the wonderful viewers of Stuview TV, would most like to see return. The first entry in our top 10 is a treasured old favourite, Fry's 5 Centres. First launched back in 1934, the original 5 centre bar consisted of plain chocolate encasing crescent-shaped segments of vanilla, raspberry, lime, orange and coffee fondant. A luxury bar for the time, perhaps not surprisingly, production ceased upon the outbreak of World War II. In 1960, the 5 centres made a triumphant return, this time made from milk chocolate. Raspberry, orange and lime flavoured fillings remained from the pre-war version, while pineapple and strawberry fondant took the place of vanilla and coffee. The bar reverted to plain chocolate once more in 1982, before sadly being discontinued in 1992, a decision likely taken due to the rising cost of production. First introduced by Rowntree's in 1980, the Drifter is one of the chocolate bars that I would love to see make a return. During the peak of its popularity, over 90 million Drifters were produced every year, so why is it no longer around? Well, in October 2018, Nestlé, who had acquired Rowntree's in 1988, announced that production of the Drifter would cease due to apparent low consumer demand. Similar in some ways to a Twix, the Drifter consisted of 2 bars of milk chocolate containing a crispy wafer coated in chewy caramel and, during the 80s and 90s, was one of the most popular chocolate bars in the UK.
Yo there, pretty mama! Hunger gnawing me to the bone. I'm fishing for something to jaw on, crispy in the mainstream, and wearing top to toe is Sunday best. And I want that in replay. You catch my drift? Ow! We are so brother, sweet thing. It's time for the feet to hit the street. Yo, skin that little blood.
Drifter. It's a real mouthful.
Did you catch my drift?
6 segments of delicious milk chocolate wrapped around a soft toffee centre. Viewer comments on previous chocolate videos reveal that many of you have fond memories of the Golden Cup bar. Manufacturers Macintosh also produced both a hazel cup and a minty cup, but these proved less popular. As with most chocolate bars, the packaging for Golden Cup went through a few changes over the years, the white wrapper with gold lettering probably being the one most of us remember. This was succeeded by a red design that actually looked older than the one it was replacing. As the Golden Cup was discontinued by Nestlé in 2000, if you want a Golden Cup fix today, the nearest you'll get is probably a Cadbury's Caramel. Despite some of you likening the experience of eating this bar to swallowing peppermint flavoured fiberglass, Macintosh's Mint Cracknel is another favourite that is remembered with much fondness. Consisting of 2 squares of chocolate resting in a cardboard tray, the Mint Cracknel has long since departed. You can't trust anyone to keep a secret. Well, we certainly couldn't trust Nestlé to keep the secret on store shelves. It was discontinued in 1998, due once again to rising costs and a low demand. With its elegant gold wrapping and its delicate bird's nest style chocolate encasing a creamy mousse centre, there was something rather luxurious about a secret. As it was only discontinued in 2022, there is still a faint hope that Mars may bring the topic back, but as with all the other bars on this list, it remains unlikely. Mars cited falling sales as the reason for discontinuing the bar, and in hindsight this was probably the correct decision from a business standpoint. Sadly, it took a number of months of the topic bar not being on shelves before many people even noticed it had gone. The writing was on the wall for Topic as far back as 2006 when it was removed from boxes of celebrations. First launched in 1962, the Topic had a delicious filling of hazelnuts, caramel, and, let's say it the Midlands way, nugget.
What has a hazelnut in every bite? Strawberry! And thick milk chocolate for your delight. Strawberry! Nougat and caramel, golden light. Strawberry! And don't forget the hazelnut in every bite. And again, what has a hazelnut in every bite? Strawberry! Thick milk chocolate for your delight. Strawberry! Nougat and caramel, golden light. And don't forget the hazelnut in every bite. Strawberry! A hazelnut in every bite.
At number 4 in your top 10 of lost chocolate favourites is the Bar 6, perhaps the ultimate vending machine favourite. Yes, many of you have fond memories of getting your fix of Bar 6 from a vending machine, whether that be in a bus or a train station, or a swimming pool or sports hall. Such was its popularity, Cadbury's even introduced their own vending machines dedicated solely to the Bar 6. First introduced in the 1950s, the Bar 6 hit the heights of its popularity during the 70s and 80s, more than holding its own against competitors such as Rowntree's Kit Kat and Terry's Wafer. With a smooth hazelnut cream and crispy wafer filling, the Bar 6 was a tasty treat which sadly began to decline in popularity during the 90s, before being phased out completely during the early 2000s. Into the top 3 now, and in the number 3 spot is what may be a controversial entry, but only because the Nutty Bar wasn't strictly a chocolate bar. However, so many of you have commented on previous chocolate videos of your love for this great favourite, it simply has to be included here. Rather than chocolate, the Nutty Bar consisted of caramel and fudge smothered in peanuts, and they were delicious. The nearest you can get to a Nutty today is the American Payday Bar. You can buy Payday Bars from selected sweet shops in the UK and online. Sometimes just a simple description of a chocolate bar can make you immediately crave one. Such is the case with the Cabana. Coconut, caramel and chopped glacé cherries covered in milk chocolate. What a combination! Surprisingly, for a bar that has now attained almost iconic status amongst fans of retro chocolate, the Cabana had a relatively short run, first appearing at the start of the 80s and quickly disappearing in the early 90s. However, the cost of production was fairly high, and the Cabana faced extremely strong competition from the veteran Bounty, which had been around since 1951. Judging by past comments though, for many of you the Cabana was the superior bar. Just before I announce which bar has attained the coveted number 1 slot, here is a small selection of other lost chocolate bars that narrowly missed out on the top 10. I'm sure most of you have probably guessed what number 1 is going to be, but here we go. The number 1 lost chocolate bar that you would most like to see back is the Texan bar. The holy grail of lost chocolate bars, the legendary Texan was first introduced by Rowntree's in 1973. Like the Cabana, the Texan enjoyed an all too brief time in the spotlight, being discontinued in 1984, although it did briefly return as a special edition for a short time in 2005. Perhaps the reason we remember the Texan so vividly is that many of us are likely still chewing one we started back in the 70s. The advertising tagline, "Sure is a mighty chew," was certainly accurate. The television marketing campaign, consisting of a series of animated adverts featuring a chocolate-loving cowboy, remained just as iconic as the bar itself, although they probably would not be shown today.
Hold on there, bald eagle. You wouldn't fire a man till he finished his Texan bar, would you? Right through the chocolate and chew real slow. Someone should have told him a Texan takes time a chewing. Texan sure is a mighty chew.
Whenever a nostalgia-fueled conversation turns to those great chocolate bars of the past that are no longer available, the Texan is invariably one that is mentioned first.
Texan sure is a mighty chew.
There we have it, the top 10 lost chocolate bars that you, the Stuview TV viewers, would like to see come back. Did your personal favourite chocolate bar of the past make it into the top 10? Do please let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed today's video, a little click on the like button is always much appreciated. As always, thanks for watching, and do join me next time for more nostalgic goodness.